All right, hello and welcome to the video. My name is Wade Smith, and this video is about Halloween and other supposedly believing holidays, which are Christian holidays. I don't know that Jews obey any of these holidays, but Halloween Christians observe for some reason, even though it's a pagan holiday. And they dress up as witches, even though witchcraft is banned in the Bible under penalty of death. So why is that? Why is Halloween considered a Christian holiday whenever traditionally it's the worship of a pagan god named Solomon? And why do Christians observe Halloween? There is no good reason to observe Halloween, even if you were a Christian. And if you claim to believe in the Bible and believe in the biblical God punishes witchcraft with penalty of death by burning at the stake and eternal hellfire. It's in the Bible. Um, so why are you dressing up as witches and celebrating witchcraft? And then the next one is the Christian Christmas holiday, which isn't even in the correct month for the alleged birthday of Jesus. But be that as it may, there's other offensive things about Christmas. So what the heck does Santa Claus and reindeer and snowmen and now Harry Potter, which is a witch, have to do with the Christian God or the Bible at all? Now they think Harry Potter is a Christmas holiday, is a Christmas symbol, and Harry Potter has absolutely nothing to do with the Bible. Harry Potter is in fact opposed to the Bible and is a wizard or witch, which is banned in the Bible. Matter of fact, growing groves of trees to worship any god, even the true God, is banned in the Bible. And bowing down to statues of Mary and Jesus is banned in the Bible under the second commandment. The first commandment says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And the second commandment says, "Thou shalt not make unto thyself any graven image to bow down to, not for anything in heaven, the earth, or the sea." And that includes depictions of a man god named Jesus or his alleged virgin mother, Mary, both of which are lies in the first place. Um, so Christianity, most important or second most important holiday, depending on how you look at it, um, is actually directly banned in several places in the Torah by Moses. The whole ceremony of Christmas is. And then you get to Easter, where, the alleged death and resurrection of Jesus supposedly saves you. That does not save you. Even Jesus himself didn't say such a stupid thing. Paul's the one that invented that. As a matter of fact, in the book of Ezekiel, it tells you that a righteous man can lose their salvation in Ezekiel 3:18 and die in their sins if they turn away from God and continue to sin. So, where do Christians get all this nonsense? Because it's not in the Bible. They made this up. Matter of fact, Easter is directly derived from Ishtar and Ashtaroth worship, which the book of Kings says that God hates. And in fact, the reason God killed Solomon and Solomon likely went to hell is stated that Solomon worshipped Ashtaroth or Ishtar or Easter, and that is exactly the thing that God hated and cursed Solomon for and sent Solomon to hell, according to the Bible. I don't know whether that actually happened or not, but the Bible says it. So why do Christians worship something that the Bible says God hates? It's the same reason Christians commit every other sin that the Bible says God hates. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Did you know that 95% of Americans are living in a condition of perpetual adultery, both before and after marriage? Thou shalt not steal. Most people are thieves. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. But it's been shown that most people tell at least 3 lies within the first couple of minutes of a typical conversation. It's actually been tested before. And that's in supposedly Christian majority nations. That's not in pagan nations or atheistic nations like China. That's right here in the United States and Western Europe. Thou shalt not steal. Most people are thieves. Honor your father and mother. If anyone actually obeyed honoring your father and your mother, then, for example, divorce wouldn't be so screwed up because 125 years ago, the divorce rate was only 3 or 4%, and abortion would have never been legalized because previous generations obeyed God before the Roe versus Wade ruling and before women's suffrage. Previous generations obeyed God, but at some point around 1919, when women's suffrage was given, the divorce rate went up to 75%. And then shortly thereafter, they legalized quote unquote abortion. Murder is not legal, but abortion is murder. But murder is not legal. You just codified murder. You didn't legalize murder. You codified murder. So called Christians. Stop playing church, fake Christians, real Christians, whatever you are. Stop playing church. You're playing church and you're on your way to hell. And your own God man said so, much less the real God. So it's pretty sad when the false prophet told enough truth that you ought to know the difference. But I don't know what to say about it. It's sad.